Hi friends, let's take a look at Tezos together. So I believe we discussed a couple of possibilities yesterday with regards to this lower area here. If we were to break down beyond this, you'd be looking at things like Adam and Eve patterns, yada yada. But we also said that, of course, as we were filming yesterday, really during these times when we're this is yesterday's filming time, was during these wicks over here, right? So great. And we were saying at the time, look, this could go either way, blah, blah, blah. Because various things. But if this turns around now and forms a local low, then we'll have bullish divergence on the go here, which would be quite good if that were the case. And we want to see the prices moving back up above 2,565 because of the potential for this, that this could actually be considered to be a local low, move towards the top side, and have that bullish divergence on the go in around a critical area of support where we would rather see an Adam and Eve or any sort of twin peak patterns, which 45% of the time are work, 65% of the time don't work. So we're hoping for the statistics to play out in our favor and for us to move above this fuzzy grey line here at 2555, and we've done that so far. So I think a big sense of relief can come, and that yesterday's video was really quite good, right? Retrospectively, okay. What we were doing though, just be very clear on this. What we were doing was not predicting the future. I know it looks like that now. It looks like that. It looks like, wow, Rocky, your technical analysis is like fucking fire, man. What we're doing is talking about risk management, right? And looking at and managing risks. Instead, we would rather be wrong than be right. We would rather assess risks and find out where we could be wrong and than to predict the future and say that I said this was going to happen and then it happened. So essentially, what I want to put a massive, I want to elaborate on what I just said before by saying that while we said all that yesterday, we weren't predicting the future. We were simply managing our risk, and that is a way to be a successful trader. Predicting the future is bad, and especially the motivations which drive you towards doing that are wrong. They're the wrong motivations. That's not how you're feeding into your human nature when you do that, and instead you've got to counteract that. Anyway, that's great. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at this, right? I know I could go down and break it down, but I'm just going to leave it like this because I want to encourage you to subscribe, right? A lot of the subscribers out there know, look, Tezos is going to be there tomorrow, Rocky's going to be there tomorrow, the day after. There'll be lots more of this good stuff in the future. We don't need to have them spoon feed us everything all the time. That's the subscribers understand that we don't have a spoon feeding mentality here. We don't have a predicting mentality. I do a little bit of hand holding, sure, but I'm a spirit guide. I'm not going to be a financial advisor. I'm not telling you where or how to put your money. I'm just here with you, sympathizing, empathizing, all of the pathizings. And yes, I can leave it like this, and the subscribers won't be upset by it. If you're a new visitor to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Help me get up to 1,000 subscribers. Encourage me to do more detailed analysis. Ask me questions in the comments down below. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? If you look over to the comments, we get good comments all the time. I just wanted to put a shout out to Eleanor Miller, who says, I'm thinking that people selling their bag and buying Bet, Cardano, Kyber, get some hype run. KYC. Yeah, know your coin. That was why I called it KYC. Is KYC Kyber or not? KYC coin market cap. Market cap. Don't know if I spelled that right. Don't care. Google fixes these things. KYC. What is KYC? Which one is it? What's it called? Untracked listing. Isn't a thing. Yeah. I make the same mistake as well when I did the Kyber coin thing. I was like, know your coin, but I call it whatever, right? Anyway, Eleanor, I guess what you're meaning there is Kyber, by the way, and it's KNC, not KYC, but know your coin. Yeah, I get it. It's something human there. It did it to me too. To get some hype run. Yes, used to be I was doing the same shit, but I stopped doing this risky. Just buying every time an XDC going down. I hope this shit will be huge one day. What do you guys think? If you want to answer him, go ahead and answer him in today's video comment, right? And put an @Eleanor Miller or whatever, so that you can keep the conversation going or something, and talk there so that the comments go, so that it helps the channel, right? Or whatever. Very much Squeeky Bum time was what yesterday's one was called. Look, this is it. We need to find support or it's going to be banjaxed. I'm not into the clickbait and all the rest of it. I'm just being me here in the channel. Hope that you get that. Anyway, big thumbs up and a heart. And did I not actually already reply to this? Yeah, I already replied to it, but there's a thumbs up and a heart for Eleanor anyway. So, good one, good one. Close all that, go back to things. I get a lot of good comments. If you have an opinion, you want to discuss something and share it, then do it there. And you can also join the Discord. There's links down below. I'll probably put a comment, pin it to this one, and you can do it there. So, dollar prices, same thing. I'm not going to go into massive detail here. And we already talked about this. You can see down here with the line on the RSI that we mentioned things like divergence. We know from all the chat on the Bitcoin one, all of the different stuff. We talked in the past about the head and shoulders that was here, and then the play out from it, and the measured move, and where we take you, and whether or not there was the possibility that that was just a short, medium term reversal. And in fact, maybe that was just a chance for the oscillators to reset. Maybe we're going to be able to have a chance to go towards the top side, and where we would need to look to for positivity. The very first sign of which comes in at 230s area where we are now, and we are doing good things by being above the previous, little rise as part of this downtrend. Now, that isn't good enough quite yet. Let's be honest with it. It's not good enough quite yet. Bringing this up here, you can see that we're not necessarily doing anything wrong in terms of between these 2 points here. If you were looking at this as being an uptrend, but it's not. We've not got any further higher lows, and this is just at the minute just doing this. This ultimately could retrace down to be just considered a lower high than over here. So what we really need to see happen is for this to continue on. Now, we're looking at the lower time frames here, but if we go up to the 24-hour time frame, it becomes a bit clearer in terms of how this is just a smoosh around this area. Now, if we don't get above the 240s area, then this would easily just be that lower high we were talking about as part of this downward movement. Now, there is this bullish divergence, so we want to stay above the fuzzy line and not go down and put any lower lows in here at the 220s area now. So, sorry to everybody who is waiting for 215 for a buy-in opportunity, or 220 or whatever, if this turns out to go towards the top side. Instead, you've had, again, subscribers are very well versed in everywhere where they could be buying so-called dips and whatnot. Don't need to go on about it. Did I say already 5 times? I want to say as many times as possible. I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. I don't know. I think I've said it enough times, but I'll keep saying it. So anyway, we want to see the prices going above 242. If they don't do that, right, then what you've got here is just more continuation towards the downside, quite possibly. And you could be looking towards the 50% line at 216, of course, which we've talked about quite a lot of times. You can see there's an inflections around that area in the past. But then as well, you could be looking down to this 618 over here, where the 618 retrace coming down towards that $2 zone all the way down to possibly 190. Overall, you could see the prices actually go as far as 168 and then retrace towards the top side. Speaking to somebody in the Discord, was it, or the comments, can't remember now, about how they would like that at 188. If you know who you are, then shout out to you. But I don't want to see that happen. Like I said in the comments, well, like I spoke to you about at the time, I don't want to see that happen. That would be quite crap for lots of reasons, beyond the scale of this thing. Overall, just want to see this as being a short-term idea here. Going to get rid of these things here as well, so that they don't need to be there anymore. Cancel. Want them to just be sort of short-term. And for us to be able to get a chance to move towards the top side, and we're not going to get that unless we at least get to past 240s and start to build upon something without divergence and everything else along the way. When I say without divergence, what I really am saying is with momentum. If I say with momentum, it's that confirmation bias type of thing. Instead, I'm saying without divergence, because it's quite easy then to look towards something and say, hey, look, warning signs, as opposed to saying with momentum. And what the fuck does that mean anyway? Looking towards these volume things, you can still see that the volume characteristics here have increased as we've hit our lows. They've increased compared to, just in general, sort of the averages during this period here. Of course, there are some sort of deviations from the norm with these peaks during times, but they were just coming in at times when we were having sort of, movements such as, when we're going down to the necklines and stuff like that. In general, on average, I suppose you could say that the volume is kind of increasing a little bit, but we haven't really got that quite yet either. I'd like to see a move above 240 with a bit of a sort of outside the standard deviation, the norm here with the volume as we move towards the top side without any divergence or anything else like that on the go. Now, I expect, I'm going to just keep moving on. I expect this here as done. Okay, so this is the Tezos versus Ethereum. When we were looking here and we had these fuzzy lines on the chart. I can't remember the last time I looked at this. I'll be quite honest with you. I would say that it was within the last while, so it would have been underneath this area and above this area at the time, but it's come down to it now at 10, just 10, let's call this 10, right? Or 0.01, 0.0099. We want to be going back above that. If we don't, the next zone to be looking to, of course, is this 88 area. Nobody's trading this thing. Instead, we just really like to look to this. I think we like to look to this on the weekly channel, so on the weekly time frame, so that we can say overall, just remind ourselves and remind the community that Tezos is going to maybe one day kill Ethereum. Oh, we mean that metaphorically. And it's not a real thing. You can no, we don't mean it metaphorically. We just mean it tongue in cheek. What we're really saying is that it could come up and become real, legitimate competition for Ethereum. Of course, Ethereum is effectively the platform daddy. If you're going to be launching a new coin or whatever, Ethereum is where is most people's go-to. But we want to see this happen in general and for to kill Ethereum, right? And that's why we like to look towards this chart. And essentially, we keep on banging on about it, but anything above this point over here is a higher low. In general, we had bearish divergence in the run up to this, so we needed to see the oscillators reset. This is an overall upward trend. We've come down to what could be considered easily oversold on the RSI. You can see here why I talk about this again. Another quick lesson to people, and I say that on the RSI, the middle line could be considered to be oversold. I very rarely would talk about the same sort of thing in terms of the stochastics. You can see here, once we've come down to what could be considered to be oversold on the RSI, we've come down to the actual oversold area on the stochastics. Quick lesson for folk there. You can see here as well that we've got right to the point where we're going to say, are you going to cross over or not, as the ADX comes down the way. This could continue on the way. We could even get, as we've seen in the past, like crisscrosses around. Ideally, it does what it did here and just kind of springs back the way. If you can see in the charts, that was over in October. So, over here won't up the way. We'd like to see that happen, and then go up towards higher highs and higher highs and higher highs and higher highs. But we'll just have to be patient and see how these things pan out. I don't think anybody's really trading this in general. This is just a health check on the coin. This can be our fundamentals, right? We'll call this fundamentals. We'll call this the technical analysis. We call this, let's check in with our fundamentals. I don't know. Obviously, this is, I don't know. Look, right, I've said it enough times, but I'm going to say it again. I massively appreciate you as the audience. I really do. I genuinely wish you the very best. At the same time, I really want you to subscribe. And at the same time, I really want you to become self-reliant traders and to just take, even if you learn nothing watching the videos, you've got to hear me saying that you are the one that holds the keys to your own success, that you can rely on yourself. You've got to hear me saying that. Even if you don't understand anything else that I've said, surely you understand the idea that you, as a human being, have it within you to do this yourself and be an expert and to succeed and become a success in life. I believe in you. I want you to know that. I want you to know it as it's so freaking true. I really do. Every single last one of you, I believe in you massively. I'm your friend. I hope that you think I'm your friend too, and you want to subscribe to the channel. I really mean it. I know that there's a conflict of interest there with me saying subscribe to the channel and rely on yourself, but here we are. This is life. And maybe in a few years' time, all we'll do is open up the charts and just chat to each other and check out how things are going. And everybody that subscribes is self-reliant or something. I don't know. Or I introduce some course, so I don't need to teach people on the channel, all these things I do. Instead, I just open up and go, "Oh, what do you think?" Look at a couple of wee things and then chat for a wee while, and we have that relationship. And all the new people that come along who haven't watched every single video so far can, pay $100 and learn from a course or something like that. I'm going to let the community decide. That means you again. I'm going to let you decide how you want this channel to go in terms of all of that. So again, comments, everything else, join the Discord, let me know. This will all evolve in time, and we're looking at 1,000 subscribers. That's a big moment for the channel, and I would really appreciate it if you just took part in that journey. But of course, just watching this video, if you're watching this video right now and you still haven't hit the subscribe button, I don't mind. The fact that you're watching this video and you're still tuned in is amazing in and of itself. And again, I believe in you. So yeah, great. That's me done recording today. I'm going to go off, edit the videos, publish them, and all that. Then spend a while. It takes a while to do all of this. Obviously, it takes quite a while. I've been talking for ages. I need to go and eat some lunch. Have a cup of tea. Gonna go to the shop. I don't know. But you know, like they're just busy, put a lot of effort into these things, a lot of effort, and I do it every single day. I'll be back again tomorrow. I hope you have a great day out there, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much, as ever. I believe in you. See you next time.